Welcome to East Coast Healthcare Reviews. Today, I got a pumpkin beer for Halloween. This is a pretty popular one. This is by Shipyard Brewing Company. This is their Pumpkinhead. And I got Beer Advocate pulled up here. So Beer Advocate score on this one is a 70 for okay. Style is a pumpkin beer. ABV's 4.5% alcohol by volume. And it's from Shipyard Brewing Company. And they're out of Maine, United States. So I'm going to crack this open, go over the color with you guys. I think this is only like the second pumpkin beer I've had on the show, or on the channel. So color of the beer, nice clear golden color. It's got a foamy white head. Seems like the head's dissipating pretty quick. But let's go for the aroma on this. So for the aroma, I'm not getting as much pumpkin as I expected. I'm actually getting more spices, so I'm getting kind of like cinnamon and nutmeg. It's also very sweet too, so I'm getting some like brown sugar. But I am getting a slight hit of pumpkin. I mean, it actually has a pretty pleasant aroma to it. Let's go for the taste. So right up front, kind of like the aroma, you get a little bit of pumpkin. It's not too overpowering. You get that cinnamon and nutmeg. It's also kind of sweet. I'm actually kind of getting like a sweet corn, a little bit of bready malts. A little bit of brown sugar on the taste as well. So for a Cyclops scale for this one, actually, I like to say it's actually pretty crisp and clean. It's actually kind of refreshing. So there's no bitterness at all. Not much. You don't really get any hops on the flavor. So for Cyclops scale, I'd say like 1 out of 5 hop cones and like 3 out of 5 sugar cubes. So it is pretty sweet. But like I said, the pumpkin isn't really too overpowering. It actually smells and tastes kind of like liquid pumpkin pie. It's not completely pumpkin pie. Like I said, you get a little bit of that beer aspect to it, but it does kind of taste like pumpkin pie, and the aroma smells like pumpkin pie as well. So I actually really enjoyed this one. Most pumpkin beers I've had were a little too overpowering on the pumpkin, and the spices were a little too much. But this one, I believe, is actually balanced pretty well. So for price on this one, I believe it's like $10 for a 6-pack and like 17 or 18 for a 12-pack. And like I said, I actually really enjoy this one for a pumpkin beer. It's actually pretty good in my opinion. So for a rating, I'm going to give this one an 8 out of 10. Because like I said, it's actually pretty crisp and clean, and it's a lot more enjoyable. And I feel like I could drink a lot more of this than I could any other pumpkin beer. I probably could drink like 2 or 3 of these, and I might have to move on to something else. But a lot of other pumpkin beers I've had, you really can only like drink one. They're a little too filling. So like I said, rating 8 out of 10. And yeah, I recommend it to anybody who's had pumpkin beer before, and maybe the pumpkin flavoring is a little too overpowering. And or maybe you didn't really like the amount of pumpkin flavor and the amount of spices that you were getting with it. This one seems pretty mellow for a pumpkin beer, and like I said, you still get that little bit of that beer aspect. So if you had other pumpkin beers that you didn't really enjoy, but you're still looking out for a pumpkin beer that you might like, maybe you want to drink on Halloween, I recommend this one. But yeah, there you have it. Happy Halloween, and if there's any other liquor beers you guys like seeing on my channel, definitely leave a comment below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for my upcoming videos on liquor and beer. Thanks for watching. Cheers.